Welcome back. Time now to check in with Frank for our weekly gardening segment. And he joins us live from outside the News 13 studios in the garden. And Frank, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about planning your garden, especially if you're a first-time gardener. Winter is the perfect time to get to work and get your garden ready before summer. It's usually fairly cool and comfortable to work outside in the wintertime. You don't have to worry about mosquitoes as much, and it's more enjoyable to be outside. When planning your garden, location is the most important thing. You want it convenient for people to be able to go outside and work on the garden for you. You want it to have at least 6 hours of sunshine. Here at News 13, we're in a nice sunny part of our building. Notice we're on the patio. You know, this is not the best place for a garden, but it's convenient for us because A, it's close to water. There's a hose right here. We don't have to lug water back and forth to the garden. B, it's right next to our break room. People come in and out of this door every day, all the time, so they're walking by the gardens. If they notice the kale is wilting, they take a little water. They take some time to water the garden. That's important too, because if we hid this on a corner of our property, out of sight and out of mind, nobody would help me with it, so it would be a lot more work. And number 3, soil. Here at News 13, we're using container gardening. We're on a concrete patio, so this is actually raised up from the ground. When you're starting your garden, start small. You know, it's better to have a little garden your first year, and if you decide you want more, add more next year, because it is a lot of work. We are taking this garden, we're buying potting soil for this. We put the potting soil in here, and I'll let this sit a couple of weeks. This garden here, I'm actually not putting stuff in until March. So this is going to be cucumbers and beans in this one, and they don't go out for another 3 or 4 weeks. So getting the garden ready this time of year is very important. Also, planning what you're going to put into the garden is important. Get your seeds this time of year. Know what you're going to plant. We garden year-round here in the Carolinas. And if you think turnips are easy to grow, but nobody in your family likes turnips, you probably shouldn't plant turnips. That's a big problem in the Johnson household. I'm the only one that eats them. So basically, recapping, we want plenty of sunlight, easy access to water, good soil. Other garden ideas are a garden in the ground. If you're going to just start from scratch in the ground, it's probably going to be sandy or clay soil. You'll want some organic material in there as well. And a lot of people, very popular right now, are raised beds, so you don't have to lean down as much, or if your soil is wet and kind of muddy, that helps keep some of the moisture out as well. So that's our goal this time of year, is planning for the upcoming gardening season. And here at News 13, we're already on garden bed number 3.
Well, Frank, sadly, my garden didn't make it last year, and it was probably because I was overwatering it. How often should one water their plants?
You water them when they get dry. In fact, in the summertime, that's going to be almost every single day. Raised beds, or contain your garden like we're doing here at News 13, dry out very quickly. So we have to pay very close attention that we're not going to dry these out.
All right, Frank, thank you so much. And there's more where that came from. We have a special section for Frank's Gardening Club on our app and on WBTW.com. We'll post all of Frank's gardening tips. You'll also find a link to our special Facebook group. We'd love to see your photos from your gardens. And of course, you can ask Frank any questions you may have. It's more local coverage you can count on. We'll be right back.